Wow.
So amazing.
What an incredible story.
To see her doing that, that is amazing. Okay, now swimming is her job right now. But do you think that your job can have an effect on your health? Experts say nurses, cashiers, and social workers have something in common.
News 19's medical reporter Rosemarie Beltz is joining us now to talk about which jobs may be linked to poor health in women. So it is even gender specific. It affects women. Certain jobs affect women more than men.
Yes, they do. And the phrase heart disease includes a number of heart conditions, and it's usually considered a man's problem, but it kills almost as many women as men. In fact, about one woman every minute. So we know an unhealthy diet, sedentary lifestyle, and smoking contribute to these statistics. And this may or may not surprise you. Recent studies have shown a link between your job and health problems. Nearly half of U.S. workers are in fact women. With more women working, researchers were curious how work affects their heart. They studied more than 65,000 older women in 20 common occupations. They looked at lifestyle factors like smoking, weight, physical activity, and nutrition. They also took medical risk factors like cholesterol, blood pressure, and blood sugar into consideration. They found some women's jobs were more likely to cause heart or cardiovascular issues. Social workers were most likely to have heart problems, followed by retail cashiers, nurses, psychiatrists, and home health aides. Yet, women real estate brokers, sales agents, and administrative assistants had a lower risk of heart-related health issues compared to women in other occupations. This study didn't try to figure out why, but heart surgeon Dr. Abe DeAnda told me the real reason is whether the job causes stress, which might lead to poor habits, smoking, high blood pressure, or leaves a little time for actually getting to the gym. One more thing that you want to be aware of, as with men, women, the most common heart attack symptom is chest pain or discomfort. But women are more likely than men to experience some symptoms, particularly shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, and back or jaw pain. So the takeaway, the American Heart Association encourages women to share this information with their doctor to know their risk. And we're going to switch gears a little bit.
That's interesting to know.
Wait, what were the bad jobs again? Give me them again that were bad. Social workers?
Social workers. I feel like anybody, cashiers, people, service, health professionals, nurses are really high up there, psychiatrists, home health aides, which makes sense. I was thinking too, sleep. Your sleep schedule is usually off when you're in the service, right? You're not working 9 to 5 and so forth.
And I feel like realtors, that was a funny one to me, because realtors that I know, they work all the time, but they make their own schedules.
Yes.
So do you think that's the lack of stress there?
Maybe that's it. But what I was thinking about when you described, talk to us again about the bad jobs for our heart. So we're talking about nurses and
social workers was number one.
Yeah, right. So those are people who actually put their heart into their job too.
Yes.
So there's a lot of emotion that goes into becoming a social worker.
The cashiers were on that list too, on the bad ones.
Well, you care about your, you probably care about your customers too.
I found that too with the whole cashiers, is that a lot of women, like a lot of people that after retirement, they pick up these jobs. You see that. So I thought, well, gosh, I'm going to, be a little extra nicer when you see that woman at the cash register.
All my friends at Target across the street, I'm going to be like, ladies, you having a good day? Are you okay?
I know Miss Dorothy looks forward to seeing me at Kroger in the morning.
Right?
I look forward to seeing her too.
And cashiers watching, they probably go into these jobs thinking it's less stressful than maybe, later
another
in life.
job, and then mean customers come, and then it all changes.
Right.
I was in line one day when the guy knocked over his soda in front of Miss Dorothy, and she was saying, okay, I can just send someone else to get you another soda. And he was just so rude to her. And I was like, you're hateful.
Listen, Miss Dorothy.
Who's hateful this early in the morning?
We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Miss Dorothy.
All right, let's talk about doctors and music.
Yes,
there
we go. So speaking of medical professions and professionals, they can come from all walks of life. One doctor in Dallas went from a 1990s boy band to the emergency room for J. Mac Slaughter. Musical talent comes in handy when he's making his rounds. Teresa Woodward has the story.
Hello.
The same guy who
how's it going?
Sings his hellos.
Have you ever heard Tom Petty? This is a good one.
Covers a classic in one room.
She's a good girl, baby. shark doo 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 doo.
and a viral children's song in another.
Baby
He mellows out
like a lemon drop.
when his audience needs it,
Somebody better put you back into your place.
yet rocks out
We will,
when they don't.
we will rock you. Do you know the song?
Music is
I feel like I'm in my element when I have my guitar on my back.
his DNA.
If we're going all the way back, I started at 3 years old on stage with my family. We had a family singing group. We were like the Partridge Family.
Teenage J. Max Slaughter made the local girls swoon. When legendary Dallas DJ Kid Craddock formed a boy band in 1999, he chose J-Mac as one of 4 members of the Sons of Harmony.
And so he got us on tour with Destiny's Child. We got to open up for Bon Jovi and Jessica Simpson, all these big shows, and it was so fun. And then it just kind of kept going. I just kind of kept riding the wave, and we went out to LA
And just when J-Mac had everything he ever wanted, he realized it wasn't what he wanted.
and I decided to become a doctor.
Child star J-Mac, boy band J-Mac became Dr. J-Mac Slaughter, emergency room physician.
Over the rainbow.
His nonprofit Music Meets Medicine created a therapeutic arts room at Children's Medical Center in Dallas.
And we're going to see Brenda. She's 13 years old today.
He and other volunteers visit patients and give lessons. But if Dr. Slaughter's guitar is on, his white coat isn't.
I don't want that to be any sort of part of this escapism, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that brings you back down to the reality of this hospital situation. Strum it. Hey! Do it again. Good, do it just on the ones with me.
He knows music heals
1, 2, you're a natural, man.
them and him.
It is this counterpoint to the pain and suffering that I see in the emergency room. There you go. Bet you didn't know you could play a ukulele. And the natural response to that is to just cut it off. And this just, it keeps the heart in the game for me. I'm just cool.
If you could like look back on, 16, 17-year-old J-Mac, do you think the two would recognize each other now?
They would be so confused with each other. They're two different dudes. There were big parts of me that were like, you're not smart enough for that. You're not talented enough to perform in front of 20,000 people or whatever it was. But I'm so glad that the other part of me just didn't listen and just went for it.
Take a deep breath.
Because it's been really fun. It's been a fun ride. Can't hide.
Oh, is it on? What's that?
So kind of wish all ER doctors were just like him.
Yeah, if you want your child to be a doctor, just give him an instrument. There you go, right? First step.
I say arts and sciences.
Somebody has to give Justin Bieber the key now. Now you got to be a doctor, Biebs. All right, we're going to have a final check of your forecast right after the break.